my name is Lori, and this is my husband, Kevin. We are foster parents, and we have been foster parents for about 12 years, and we live in Salina, Kansas. So Kevin's cousin was a foster dad, and he saw that we were raising two kids we have legal guardianship of, and so he had approached us about becoming foster parents, and he told us that there were many kids that needed homes. So we talked about it for a couple of months, and then we decided to go ahead and start the licensing process. We were licensed for 3 kids, ages 10 on up, over 18. Some of the kids are in care until they're 21. So that's who we have now. And most of the kids that we do take are teenagers, but we're very experienced with kids who are 13 on up to 18 years old. We've had all different cultures come through our home. We've had many kids through the 12 years. We just felt like it was something you had to do. We were raised to always give back.
Our culture, I guess.
Yes.
Take care of our family first.
Yes, so it's the way we were raised and brought up is to give back, and first would be family and friends and the community, is to always give back. And so with taking guardianship of our niece and nephew, that was something that we didn't even take any time. We just knew that was our purpose, was to help others and help kids. We talked about foster kids after his cousin had brought it up, and we saw the difference that my niece and my nephew, we saw the difference in them once they were living in our home. And so we thought, might as well share that with other kids. And at first, I think I was the one who initiated it and was on board, and then we just talked to his cousin and his cousin's wife and asked whatever questions we had, and then we just talked for a couple more months, and then he was on board, and so we just went ahead and did it. We chose older children because we had my niece and nephew who lived with us, and they had to be age mates, so they shared rooms, and so we just had always just kept them. So as Seth and Jasmine were getting older, we went ahead and the kids had to be of the same age range. And then after they left the home, we just decided to keep the kids that we had at that age. Yeah. So that's kind of where we ended up where we're at. You have to learn about each child. And so just learning about the child and then learning about their bio family and their background, and then trying to understand them and how they make the decisions that they make. And so that's a challenge because you can't apply the same thing to every kid across the board.
So they come here, then what I've seen is they learn a lot.
We try to identify what the best resources are for them, whether that be certain mental health services, case management, therapy, med management, drug and alcohol treatment. So every child is different. So we talk to the workers and the child and just try to understand where they're coming from, and then also their bio family too is a big help. And then once we know how to help them, and also the child has to be on board with, doing a lot of the self-work also. And so, we allow them to talk and we listen, and then we get them into these services. And once that starts rolling, you can see the shift in the child.
Teaching them, they show good behavior, they get good results out of it. And they work towards that.
We had a good percentage of them age out of the system.
We just had one leave a couple months ago, right?
Yes, we just had one leave a couple of months ago, and a lot of them are doing okay. A lot of the kids who have aged out, they have married and then have children of their own, and they'll come visit. And we have one that lives in one of our home now, because we have another property and she's living in there now with her family. So after they age out, you are still involved. in their lives, and they still come around, and we know we make a difference when they tell us. We have a good support system. My mom is the best. I mean, she also lives here in the home, and they call her grandma. And so that's kind of gives them a sense of belonging. They call my brothers and sisters aunts and uncles. So they give them that title so they feel like they are involved in the family. But yes, my mom is involved in helping to, step in wherever I need, and my family as well. Yeah. And we try to do it on our own, but there are times where we need...
We even have our own kids come step in a couple hours, when they have time.
And so we have, just to be able to reset and refocus, had to, utilize some respite time out, to take a weekend and maybe, just take a weekend out and enjoy ourselves so that we can just refocus and replenish ourselves and be able to, take on more kids. Yeah. So when we had questions, for us, it was, we asked his cousin some questions, and then we just did it, because you don't really know. You can ask so many questions, but you have got to just, reach out to St. Francis and make that phone call and talk to other foster parents, and then just try it. And
just go hang out with the foster parents, see what they do.
Yeah, just try it out.